Hello, and welcome to the Northland Small Business Development Center Starting a Business in Minnesota 4-part series. My name is Betsy Olavanti, and I'm a small business development consultant with the Northland SBDC, and I'm going to be taking you through the third part of this video series, talking about your financial plan. This financial plan is your opportunity to understand, as a small business owner, what you need as far as startup costs, revenue, and all of the expenses as you move along, to understand if your business will be profitable. As I work with my clients, we frequently start with these numbers to get an understanding before we write the business plan, to really know for sure that your business will be profitable and it's feasible. These financial numbers and all of the projections that we work on together must be reflected in the narrative of your business plan. They must be conservative, realistic. You don't want to plan for pie in the sky and overpromise and underdeliver. The process of developing your financial plan will improve your insight into the inner workings of your company and your project and help you understand what is truly necessary to get started. It will help you understand which expenses are absolutely necessary now and which you can phase in later and spend money on as you move forward. Some of the components of a financial plan. You'll start with the sources and uses of funds. Sources are places that money will come in to your business. So it's either your own savings, your friends investing in your ability to start this company. Potentially it's an investor from an angel or venture capital, and you might even get financing from one of the local banks or economic development agencies. The uses of these funds are all the different things that are needed as you get started. Are you going to buy a building? Do you need some equipment to deliver your goods or services? Do you need to invest in branding, a logo, a website, all those sorts of things? As a small business development consultant, I help you think through all of these different aspects of your financial plan and list them. Get together the entire cost as you get started. This isn't something you have to do on your own. It's something that we help you do. We help you get together that detailed equipment and supply list, your balance sheet. That's a really technical term as you're getting started with a financial plan. But as an SBDC consultant, I understand that, and I can help you figure it out. We put together profit and loss statements or income statements for 3 years. We look at a break-even analysis. What are you going to need to produce of your good or service from your company or your project in order to just literally make $0? What does your cash flow look like? How does it come in and out of your business? How do your vendors pay you? How do you pay your suppliers? And what are your assumptions as you go forward? You also need to consider things like, how am I going to operate this small business? Am I going to be a sole proprietor? Can I run it just as myself? Can it be Betsy Consulting? Does that work? Do I need to start a general partnership? General partnerships are things like areas where you're going to work together with other folks, and you want to consider what an agreement between you and those people who all deliver the same types of goods or services would look like. Are you going to be an LLC or a limited liability company? Potentially you could be a limited liability partnership. There's also an S corporation or a C corporation in the state of Minnesota or a nonprofit corporation. It's mainly a social enterprise that adds back in additional value in the terms of financing into a mission-driven organization. Again, as an SBDC consultant, we have some tools and some links and some things that you can do to help you make that decision. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, and so I will refer you for some more of those technical questions to those sorts of folks who can help you truly understand what the advantages of each type of these organizations is, but we will help you get started on your thought process. Another thing you need to think about as you get started is what types of taxes and liabilities will your project have? How are you going to look at your income taxes? What type of self-employment tax will you need to pay? If you are looking at running your own business as a sole proprietor or as an LLC, your income as your small business flows through your 1040 as an IRS tax statement. So one of the things that you need to think about is, how am I going to treat my income, and what does that mean for the type of business I'm going to start? You will also need to look at your level of liability. What is the risk of this project? Is there something that I need to hold separate as a business asset from my personal assets? Your legal considerations and risk considerations and tax considerations will help you understand what type of business structure you want to register in the state of Minnesota. It will also help you understand what type of insurances you need to obtain and get quotes on as you get started. You will also need to look through license and permits for your project, sales and use tax permits. What types of things do you need to consider as you're looking for the sales that you're planning to do? As a small business development consultant, we will connect with the Department of Revenue down at the state office to get an understanding of what type of sales tax, if any, your project will entail, and what parts of your business, because sometimes as you're getting started, or even as you're an operating business, you may have certain parts of your revenue streams that are taxable and others that are not. We will help you register and find the links to register for your federal and state IDs. There are several steps to that, and we make sure that you consider them all and figure out where you need to go to get everything done in the order it's supposed to be done to make sure that you are legally registered. Thank you so much for joining me on this conversation about the financial, legal, and tax consideration in our 4-part series of starting a business in Minnesota. I encourage you to watch all 4 sections to learn more about what it takes to start a business. My name is Betsy, and I'd be happy to help you get started with your project. Please feel free to reach out to us at northlandsbdc.org. Our consulting services are provided at no charge to you. You can also reach us via email at info@northlandsbdc.org. Thanks so much. We can't wait to see you succeed.